Not to be the nagging old lady, but I told you not to push too hard.
That was enthusiastic.
And it would have been far worse had Spider-Man not arrived when he did.
No kidding. Caretaker would have been pissed if Venom had actually eaten a hunter.
Yes, one disaster averted. But we still need to figure out how to get Wanda and the Sanctum back. An impressive first outing, just as I had expected. You're going to do great things, Hunter.
Not bad, Hunter. Not bad at all.
Not the outcome I envisioned for our first mission together, but you know what they...
You did okay out there, considering you were technically dead 72 hours ago.
Given my situation, for now I suppose this truly is...
You should probably head inside. Take it easy before we have to go out again.
Not the outcome I envisioned for our first mission together, but you know what they say. Any mystical battle you can teleport away from...
Can't hurt to warm up on Hydra's flunkies. You've got an endless supply of practice dummies to beat on.
Given my situation, for now I suppose this truly is my home away from home.
You might feel like you need to hold back in training, but I'm glad you're not taking it easy on Hydra. Any sign of arms, Zeta? They're supposed to be Hydra's special project squad. Just think of Hydra as a training tool. One you don't have to worry about running into the ground. Hydra's got all kinds of disposable heroes just waiting to make a name for themselves. Too bad they ran into you. Can't hurt to warm up on Hydra's flunky.
That was something of a baptism by fire, facing down the servants of Lilith so soon after your awakening. As your strength returns, so too will your confidence.
That Spider Kid really saved our butts out there. A few seconds more and we'd be picking the Hunter out of Venom's teeth.
Not the outcome I envisioned for our first mission together, but you know what they say.
You might feel like you need to hold back in training, but I'm glad you're not taking it easy on Hydra.
Curious. Intriguing.
This is which sign?
Wow, you actually did go medieval on their associates. They're not always glamorous, but these missions are still crucial to stopping Lilith. Sometimes these support missions are more important than they seem. Not always, but sometimes. If we're moving forward, that can only mean Lilith is falling back.
Excellent. I am glad to be working alongside other capable demon slayers.
Maybe you were worth freaking out over after all. I mean, Venom probably would have eaten you otherwise.
Bravo! You survived.
It's good to punch Hydra in the face, but they feel like a red herring. Okay, a black and red herring, but still.
Job is done.
In school, they never taught us about Hydra's role in World War II.
No joyrides.
Where does Hydra find so many troopers? There's no hiring app for goons.
Yes?
I get why they named themselves Hydra. If you're all about insidious corruption, no one will take you seriously if you're called bedbugs or black mold. I hope you knocked some sense into those troopers.
Aliens and demons should probably never be combined. But I suppose it's already too late for that now, isn't it?
There's a lot of uptight superhero groups running around these days, but I guess you're lucky. You found the one that happens to like black leather and fighting monsters. It's good to punch Hydra in the face.
You have problem?
Nice one, buddy. New caretaker was right about you. Man, I just wish I could have brought my brother Gabe along. He loved this place. Sorry if I went a little heavy on the aftershave.
Fascinating. Ah, I see. What is this? That is something. Interesting. Curious.
Hunter, you look scathed. Lilith's unnerving ability to corrupt some of Earth's most powerful beings is only one of the many dangers we face as a result of her awakening. If we could somehow free these so-called Fallen from her grasp.
I'm sure I could remove Venom myself if we were to drop the Doctor's Sanctum into Limbo. There would be little chance of bringing it back, but he could still visit.
I'll tell you what, even if they fully renovate the Sanctum, it's always gonna have that funk now, you know?
I still get weird vibes around here. The witch trials may have been misappropriated in history, but some bad stuff definitely went down. Like, what am I telling you this for? You were there, right?
Most of my weapons are designed to kill vampires. Maybe Stark can make a few adjustments for me.
Hello.
I've heard rumors that someone may be trying to organize an illegal sporting event of some sort within the confines of Limbo. If I find out this is true, trust me, there will be hell to pay.
Blade knew you weren't ready to fight one of Lilith's strongest so soon after awakening. Maybe he thought the struggle would refresh a few memories. It's never easy to tell with him.
Had I not been drawn into this fight because of the emergency beacon I gave Tony, would I be at home right now, sitting by the fire, reading a cherished tome? One can't help but wonder.
No demons to report here, boss.
If you ever feel like sparring, I'm always looking for a new challenge.
I get what it's like out there. That drive to destroy the enemy at any cost. Caretaker may teach caution, but it's not always a choice for us, is it?
Excellent. I am glad to be working alongside other capable demon slayers.
I can't remember if Blade still drinks blood or not. Is it just the serum these days? If he's got a supply of meals around here, maybe I can raid his stash the next time I need to call on the staff of one.
Carol is right to be skeptical. How could Hydra have infiltrated New York so quietly, and in such great numbers? With so many of our heroes calling the city home, it is suspicious that not one of them noticed anything.
We should use this time to regroup and recover. I'm sure it won't be long before we're called upon again.
You did okay out there, considering you were technically dead 72 hours ago.
What's up, Big H?
Starting to think Hydra hit the jackpot with your mother, Hunter. They're playing in a whole new league here.
Starting to wonder how Venom's slime shield would hold up against a little hellfire. Well, actually, a lot of hellfire.
Aliens and demons should probably never be combined. But I suppose it's already too late for that now, isn't it?
You guys ran into Venom, huh? Is he as liquidy as he seems?
It's been decades, if not longer, since I've had this many house guests. It's a little bit unsettling, to tell you the truth. I'd gotten used to the way things were. You can get used to a lot of things if you try.
An impressive first outing, just as I had expected. You're going to do great things, Hunter.
I've run into some serious nasties in my time, but that Venom thing looks like something straight out of Chewie's litter box.
Nice one, buddy. New caretaker was right about you.
I'm sure I could remove Venom myself if we were to drop the Doctor's Sanctum into Limbo. There would be little chance of bringing it back, but he could still visit.
I hope you didn't bring any of that stuff back. Caretaker would lose her freaking mind if the Abbey wound up with the Sanctum.
Not to be the nagging old lady, but I told you not to forget.
That was something of a baptism by fire.
Need to talk to Tony about upping our intelligence game. We can definitely do better.
I've heard rumors that someone may be trying to organize an illegal sporting event of some sort within the confines of Limbo. If I find out, trust me, there will be hell to pay.
How goes it, Hunter? Or is it the Hunter?
I'm just glad I didn't drive. Symbiote can't be good for the upholstery.
Wow, you actually did go medieval on there, associate.
Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll...
Your support is appreciated.
Oh, no problem. Already got a few ideas cooking. You're not allergic to mimetic poly... You know what? Never mind. I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. That sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you... No one should be forced to walk the hallways around. So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construct... Full transparent. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note.
I assure you.
Well, it's easy to say not to be scared of things that go bump in the night when you are a thing. I don't even watch horror movies, and now
Horror movies?
Oh, you'll love them. Imagine a painting come to life. Moving, talking, telling a story, one that just happens to be pulled from your very worst... Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds...
May your sleep be filled with...
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man, please ignore it. Hi, I'm Tony Stark. But if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again. There never was enough room for my armor in this thing.
I can stop her!
Charlie! I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could. Charlie was restless all night. I should have known something was wrong. We'll talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the forge. I think he has another present for you. Salutations.
Good to see you, Hunter.
Next thing I know, the Sanctum is airborne and covered in slime.
I don't get it. Strange couldn't just magic his way in?
Something about the whole alien thing threw off his mojo.
That explains so much. No wonder he gets so strange around me. See what I did there?
I'm a vampire. I see everything.
This is gonna be a fun apocalypse.
Oh, check out Blade making nice with the big guns.
I thought Caretaker told him no more guns in the house.
Captain Marvel is an exception.
So, he's supposed to be playing nice, right?
Right, and now Stark is hard at work in the forge coming up with something for the Hunter?
The Hunter needs it after that last beating.
Man, can't wait till it's my turn for an upgrade.
Prepare for a long wait.
For all of us. Or hasn't it sunk into that flaming skull of yours yet?
Hey, don't take it so personally. It's not like they forgot about us.
We'll see.
Hunter?
can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep, I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on. Still think it could have used a cloak.
Stylish, damn near indestructible, and we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think it could have benefited from a cloak.
You think everything could benefit from a cloak?
I do not.
Oh, I've heard the things you whisper to your cape when you think no one's listening.
Joys of sharing a workspace. And I'll have you know this cloak has helped me save the universe from extinction on countless occasions.
Could you at least tell it to stop rearranging things on my side of the cave?
I have, but it considers you something of a slob.
You know, I have a great psychiatrist in the city. Maybe you should talk to him. Although, I think he's working for Hydra right now.
Ah, Hunter. Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to...
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me... Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and, well, after your violent encounter with Venom...
You did not awaken me to discuss feelings.
Ah, yes, you mean complete your prophesied destiny and bring about the How you feel is just as important to me as you... I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the... I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda, lost. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out.
I would rather stand down a horde of rampaging Lilin than face one...
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't my least favorite requirement in pre-med. Still.
We will all...
On that, we most... It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday, it was my protege, Wanda. But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I...
That creature...
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, he's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his
My mother has a gift for bringing up...
Yes, and in this case, I happen to be the direct victim of her ambition.
How does Eddie feel about it?
He seems to relish the experience. And
It sounds like Spider-Man is Venom's
of course. I have no doubt Spider-Man...
Tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection.
In your time, I'm sure the Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly
And no one has...
There's always a first for everything, but I had honestly never imagined it. Perhaps it was arrogance on my part, but Lilith is among the more cunning enemies.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
That must have been some accident.
Agatha had been teaching Wanda, hoping she would learn to control her immense but very raw power. As their training progressed, Wanda was encouraged to push herself further. Eventually, she pushed too far.
How did Wanda...
Agatha had been teaching Wanda, hoping she... As their training progressed, Wanda was eventually...
And you have been...
You make it sound like I've been guarding her. My role here is merely one of friendship, for as... One thing is certain, she refuses to step foot on the...
That kind of power sounds like...
We don't truly know the extent of what... Were she here now, I think you would have found her to be a kindred spirit.
How...
Wanda's story is...
I feel like everyone is a...
I can't say I'm so... You should speak... Visit whenever you like, it's not off...
You're looking well, Chief. I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of...
Tell me about this demon.
Well, you would probably know more about that than... I'm still working on a way to keep track of everything that goes bump... Whatever they've got trapped down there. It's hotter than hell by a few thousand Kelvin, very pissed off, and really good at weaving synthetic microblends. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know. You were out, what, 300? I'm betting you have questions.
I take it this new...
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy and hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without...
I may be a few hundred...
Oh, you are a sharp one.
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and... At least they did before...
I cannot help but feel...
Well, I wouldn't take it personally. We were detecting changes in both magic and science months before you woke up. But yeah, things...
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted! But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back. Magic. Cats.
Was it suspiciously elusive?
Actually, yes. Thought I was going crazy there. It just poofed in next to me out in the yard. Small, cute little thing. Probably some kind of shape-shifting monster.
What sorts of things?
Oh, that's right. You were. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier to just go with it.
Okay, so why not?
Have you ever known it to work that way? We can't just wish. We need to know what we're making first, and otherwise I'd have already whipped up Strange.
You must have an interesting origin.
Well, just your... Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to... I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head. I was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a super...
I guess we have all...
Yeah, no kidding. I can't tell you how hard it was to memorize all that. Just kidding.
Thanks.
Anytime. Remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Ye Olde Demon Hunting School, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it Coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They are using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it?
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? How's it going, boss? This should be quick. What do you think? Big Tony's Forge of Mystery. We never close. Did you say you were exposed?
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
Regardless of what Mr. Stark thinks, the mirror table was guiding our hand reliably for centuries before the advent of computers. You're looking stronger than ever, kiddo.
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
None.
All right then. Hunter.
What's up?
What's up?
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
Is your... Yeah.
Oh, really? Your mom,
That is how...
It
So...
No.
What...
It...
Is...
No, the Hunter. But
You do not...
Not yet.
How did you...
You say that like I had
How...
A vampire bit my mother. Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's...
How long...
I don't exactly know. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories. Almost like coming...
What?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't... Not... She gave...
What brought you to...
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to...
Did she...
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey, something I'd never known. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this...
Tell me about...
Oh.
Why did you join?
Guess I never found...
Is...
No, but that's all I'll share for now. If I
What can you tell...
Nothing.
I'm not asking you... Tell me...
She's the youngest.
What?
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think...
What?
She... And that's what... Who...
What?
He's exactly what... He's open with people. Easygoing. Sometimes that comes... He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. Anyone...
What do you...
Keeps...
That...
She's a private person.
When...
At her own pace. Respect that, and it'll happen fast.
Tell me what...
Well, there are a few people I tolerate. Sarah, I respect. She sees the big picture. I'd follow her to hell if I had to.
I am surprised...
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's like. Who else?
No. Do you have any thoughts on...
I think we're the only ones aware of the date, and I think we're pretty green. But enough. Speaking of training, we doing...
I am...
Ready to work? Peace.
Hey, Hunter. Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right super... I'm Carol. Carol Danvers. Kidding. Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the... Not gonna lie. Going a few rounds in Vampire Guys... Well, not so much fish as that ginormous, invulnerable sewer monster.
The venom creature surprised...
That thing's tougher than a Flurkin furball. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me... As in Hydra. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can...
Just how far...
Let's just say that I'm willing to unleash the power of a You'll see. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. Welcome back.
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore. The Gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you. Did you say Gamma?
Yes,
Hang on a second. Come on, Tony. You managed to stream the Super Bowl to a Kree battleship 50 light-years out. This should be easy.
Oh, we waited all year for that game, and you know the Skrulls would have spoiled it for us if they got the chance.
Well, can't you just... I don't know.
Work my magic again? See, that's the problem. This time I am working with actual magic, and let me tell you, it sucks.
Hey, you.
Ow. The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Oh, wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
Saying my time is valuable sounds kind of uppity, but there are people out there counting on me to keep the peace.
I think I actually own some property near the area Blade was scouting. I hope Hydra hasn't been squatting in one of my warehouses. We'll never hear the end of it.
As long as we're going to be working in the streets of New York, Blade is among your best advisors. His knowledge of the city's underbelly is unrivaled.
The bloodsuckers I usually deal with don't have Hydra's resources, but they might be a little better at hiding.
Obviously, I would prefer we focus our efforts on the Sanctum itself, but as is usually the case, our path is an indirect...
First a heist, now a smuggling operation? Hydra just sounds like a bunch of basic criminals to me.
I've heard this Dr. Faustus is a manipulator of minds. A popular trick among demons. One you have to be wary of.
Can't wait to pound some steel. Gonna glue my lats 3 times as big.
Hydra set up shop all over the city. If I had to guess, they've been planning this for years.
If Caretaker's gonna let Blade go off on his own, maybe she can cut the rest of us a little more slack too.
I know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important, and Lilith is about as dangerous as they come on Earth.
I'm a little surprised Strange isn't taking the lead again. I was hoping to get the battle of the unlicensed doctors. Strange versus Faustus for all the marbles.
I've heard of Dr. Faustus in passing, but I've never bothered to look into him before. I learned a long time ago not to waste too much energy.
Blade has a particular style that works well for a lone wolf. I'd say he's actually adjusting rather well, considering.
Caretaker may not like it, but when I go out alone, I get things done.
Let me know when you want to get serious. I've got a few spells I've been dying to try out on someone.
Blade ventured into the city last night, but not by my hand. He is a man of many secrets.
So far, this whole thing feels almost like an Avengers operation. Except for Blade, right? I guess he is a pretty huge exception when you think about it.
You're just lucky Tony knows how to reach me. It's hard to explain exactly how far out I was in terms of this space-time.
Well, it's not my place to say, but if I were running an artifact smuggling ring, I think I could find a little better inspiration than some kind of Prohibition-era bootlegging operation.
It's been a long time since I've been involved in any major undertakings like this. Maybe too long. It's nice to have a full house again.
Throughout its existence, various sects within Hydra have taken an interest in occult artifacts and other rare objects of power. Encouraged by Lilith, they've no doubt taken up the task with renewed zeal.
The bloodsuckers I usually deal with don't have Hydra's resources, but they might be a little better at hiding.
I might have heard Blade take off last night, but you know what? Who cares? That's what he does.
Limbo has been my home, but it has also been my prison. In here is a nice restaurant.
Yeah, I wonder if Venom is gonna pop up at the last minute and shield their warehouse too. I still say we throw some hellfire at him, just to see what happens.
I know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important, and Lilith is about as dangerous as they come on Earth.
I think I actually own some property near the area Blade was scouting. I hope Hydra hasn't been squatting in one of my warehouses. I'll never hear the end of it.
It's been a long time since I've been involved in any major undertakings like this.
Throughout its existence, various sects within Hydra.
First a heist, now a smuggling operation? Hydra just sounds like a bunch of basic criminals to me.
Blade ventured into the city last night, but not by my hand.
If Caretaker's gonna let Blade go off on his own, maybe she can cut the rest of us a little more slack too.
It was just recently that the Hudson Yards Development Restoration Association purchased this entire block. I'll let you think about that one for a minute.
Let's see. Trench coat, sunglasses at night, brooding personality. Something tells me these midnight warehouse raids are pretty normal for you.
Very.
This area in particular?
Occasionally. Good for a late-night snack.
Oh.
The falafel place down the road. Stays open till 3.
Right, sure. Only maybe next time say it less vampire-y. Normally I'd just meet you there, but I'm actually a little curious about this portal you've been using.
We're going in from the rooftops. Not that it means anything to either of you. Just don't fly off without me.
Looking forward to going a few rounds with these new and improved Hydra soldiers.
This place is like a resort compared to some of the spots I've worked out of. Heroes have just gotten...
I offered to fly us to the creepy warehouse, but Caretaker said something about the spells shielding this place being extra hungry. So hey, stepping through this interdimensional rift sounds good to me.
Guess I can put away the garlic. Won't do much good against Hydra.
Monsters from hell, portals to limbo, and Tony said you wouldn't be any fun.
Caretaker's never exactly been bubbly, but the last couple of months, she's been in a real bad mood.
Monsters from hell, portals to limbo. It's all relative when you're working with the big bad Midnight Suns. Looks like...
There was no sign of Venom this time, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be ready for anything. Gotta start somewhere.
We all had to start somewhere, even me.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from Avengers Tower once you reach the other side.
Not bad for our first team-up.
Almost feels like cheating with you two on our side.
Probably can scratch a band end off the description of this place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps a more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now. Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydras. Lilith's. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
Gonna need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
I always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce.
Hell.
Time's up for these jumps.
even for Hydra.
Tracking movement!
Is that all?
I'm impressed.
We will not fail!
Payback's gonna be fun.
You will have to do better than that. They are being reinforced.
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know you're talking to a vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected demon hunter type. Looking good, feeling good.
You do not have to show off for me, Blade.
Watch close.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Try harder next time. We've got company.
Time to test your worth.
Is it possible he somehow stabilized the rate of decay within the particles themselves? How else could he be achieving such a high yield?
I don't know, Bruce. Be sure to ask him.
This shall be of great help. You are lucky to still be breathing. You were too weak for this fight.
Go, now, quickly!
Let's go, go, go!
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device.
Watch out!
Get her!
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
The more the merrier.
Let's do it!
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Who's next?
That was something.
think you got him.
Hydra Immortalis!
Got a little woozy.
Regroup and await reinforcements. No one will.
Preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and various unknown energies.
Unknown to you, there is dark magic at work here. We must not let Hydra escape with it.
I'm on it.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Ought to make things interesting.
Mobile.
Remind me not to get on your bad side.
One less thing to worry about. Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining Hydra forces in your vicinity.
Get my head on straight.
I've been waiting.
They will not last much longer at this rate. Light will carry you onward. Let us see if they have an answer for this. Just like old times.
That's a neat trick.
Lilith herself could not best me.
We've done it!
Feeling strong today.
What is this thing?
Bad guy crate. Full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols from the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier, that one almighty. Something, gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the Abbey and see for ourselves? Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid? You do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
Then you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The Eternal Spirits of Vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
It is always movie night.
Exactly.
Wow, out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play is how we ended up with Ultron. Come on. You should hang out.
I should rest. Another time. Let me see. How did this work again?
You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of One speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes.
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding Code of the Stoic Warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later, Magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little? As long as Caretaker doesn't come up with some busy work in the meantime, I'm perfectly fine here at home. Something tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, we can start you out with one of my favorites.
That is something. I will see if I can find you a treat.
So Dr. Faustus tried to drop a warehouse on you? Ugh, that guy is so lame. Talk about a prototypical follower.
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face.
It's cool. I can wait. I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was
Was your father there?
Dad was evil too. Long story, lots of... Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just... makes me hate...
I did not realize...
I just learned to bury it. I'm kidding. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my... So, the first... I won't forget it. So, what did you think?
I understand.
How?
I'm not so sure I was dead. Of everything.
That's...
No,
You're up to date, but not omniscient.
Just what you...
You're always free to ask.
I had...
Sure. But first, the basics.
Can you tell me how the staff...
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it.
What about the...
They come true. Kind of, and...
If each magic...
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I... Like, yeah.
I had some... Were you all heroes?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had...
What did...
We ran, but eventually we realized only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so... You know.
Who...
At first, Chase with his mad science gear. Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. And Alex... Where Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, Carolina left Earth to marry Alien after Gert passed. Chase and I had a falling out. The last I... As for Alex, he chose his son. Good timing. Looks like
I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively. It's a shame that Faustus got away, but I doubt he'll leave the city until his objectives are complete. There's still time for us to have a word with him.
Good girl, Charlie.
Looks like you're finding your way around.
I was planning.
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be
to stand still.
You got that one from Agatha. I am sorry. I should...
What?
Fear... Or maybe...
The loss could not...
Thank you for that, but it's not just my loss. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Max. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control that.
Agatha?
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her. I thought she would be safe with Strange. Ah, Wanda. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds. You should pay your respects. Good night. Lilith is no less aggressive now than she was 300 years ago. If anything, she's become even more brazen with age. Hopefully, it's just desperation on her part.
Agatha?
You always did have the most room. Just like maybe to commune with us.
Is this a trick of some kind?
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to... I actually...
You are...
Always...
You seem strangely...
After 1,000 years of living.
And what have you been doing?
Meet me by the cave just over...
The Blood Gate? Caretaker always told me to stay away.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. ominous-looking portal is known as a Blood Gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Blood Gate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
That is something.
Hunter, hello. The portal awaits. It may look scary, but the trial beyond, well... Don't be afraid. Is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah? Caretaker was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge?
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the Giver of Justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Now that was something. I am impressed. some for the rest of us. You are too weak for this fight. They cannot possibly match your strength. Your mother abandons you. Feel my call. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting. Be wary of this place. The two of you, as well as your mother, your lineage follows an unbroken and if you call upon them, they won't work miracles for you, but they're Why don't you ask the goddess Ash?
The Goddess of Order approves.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow? Oh, and let's... good night.
So many more movies to show you guys, like 70s grindhouse flicks. See, Hunter, you're so much more than a weapon. You're fun.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
How's it going?
Hey, for someone they just dug up, you look pretty fresh.